This video is going to be a quick introduction to UDIMs in Blender. So here I have a car model with a 4K texture applied to it. And if we take a quick look at the UVs, you'll see that we have all of the UVs in this tile. And that's absolutely fine as long as you don't need to get too close to the car. Because as you can see from this distance, the 4K texture is holding up absolutely fine. One thing you might notice, however, is that the wheels appear to have more texture resolution. The tiling is much tighter here, even though the wheels only have a 2K texture applied to them. And that's simply because the wheels are smaller, there's a smaller surface area, and so we need less texture to cover them. But what happens if I zoom in on this model? Well, as you'll see, once I start getting really close, the texture starts to fall apart. There's visible pixelation. The wheels are still holding up just fine because they have more texture resolution, but on the car, we really are running into problems. Now, one thing you could do would be to break the car up into separate meshes and to UV them all separately. For example, if I switch back to the UV editing tab, let's just deselect everything and just select this wheel arch, and you can see all the parts are here. If I just pack those islands inside this tile, you'll see as I zoom in, we have far more texture resolution. And that's because the geometry for this wheel arch is now filling the UV space. But if you need to keep everything inside one mesh, this solution isn't going to work, and you're going to need to use UDIMs instead. So what are UDIMs? UDIMs are simply a system that allow you to spread your UVs over multiple tiles. And so if I hide this mesh and reveal this one, you can see exactly what I mean. The UVs are spread out over a much larger space, and as you can see in the viewport, we now have a lot more texture resolution. And when I come close, we no longer have this pixelation. And if I show you the difference between the non-UDIMmed mesh and the one with UDIMs, you can see the difference is really substantial. In fact, this mesh appears to be closer to the camera even though it's in exactly the same position, and that's simply because of the lower texture resolution. So let me just tab into edit mode and let's take a closer look at these UVs. I'm going to come up to the overlays for the UV editor, and I'm going to set 5 tiles in the x-axis, and that is going to show me exactly how my UVs are spread out. Now you might notice that I haven't maximized the space for every single tile, and that's because I've opted to keep a consistent texel density so that all of the UVs are at the same scale, and the consistent blue color in the overlays is also indicating that the UV scale is consistent across the entire model. So that covers the UV side of it. What you need to do is to repack your UVs so they fill multiple tiles. And then once you've done that, you need to add a UDIM texture. So I'm going to switch back to my default layout to show you how to do this. And what I'm going to do is to add a texture that spans multiple UDIM tiles, and I'm going to add it as a transparent layer on top of this existing 4K texture. So let's just make a bit of space here. And with this node selected, I'm going to hit Ctrl-0 to add a mix node. For now, I'm going to set the factor to 0 just to reveal the original texture. Then let's hit Shift-A and search for image. I'm going to drop a new image texture node here. Let's plug that into the B input of the mix node. I'm going to click on New. Let's call this UDIM testing. I'm going to set the resolution to 4K. And then, and this is very important, I'm going to click on the color and set the alpha to 0 so that it's fully transparent. And then in order to create a UDIM tiled image, you need to check this tiled option here. Now, if you forget that, it's not the end of the world because there's a way to fix that once you've created the image. And I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to deliberately not check tiled. Let's click on New Image. And so at this point, if you want to set this to be a UDIM tiled image, you just need to click on the source and change it to UDIM tiles. And that's what the tiled checkbox does. And so what I want to happen is when I texture paint on this new UDIM texture is that whatever I paint appears as a layer on top of the existing texture. And in order for that to work, I need to take the alpha output of my UDIM texture and plug it into the factor input of the mix node. And now I can switch to the texture paint workspace. And let's just zoom out to see what we've got. And I'll also zoom into the 3D view and switch it to the texture preview mode. So currently you can see that we have a transparent image around this first UDIM tile, but there's nothing around the other UDIM tiles. And all of the geometry that's inside that tile is showing a transparent texture, and everything else is showing a missing texture with this pink color. And that's because I need to define how many UDIM tiles are going to be in this texture. To do that, I'm going to head over to the 2D view, hit N to open the side panel, and in the image tab, you'll notice we have this UDIM tile section, which currently has one tile defined, which is the one that we can see here. So I'm going to need to add 4 additional tiles to cover the rest of the UDIMs. And I'm going to do this by clicking this plus button. So I'll add an additional 4 tiles, and just as before, I want them to be transparent. So I'll click on the color swatch here and set the alpha to 0. With that done, I'll click on Add, and you can see the texture is now fixed in the 3D view, and we also have transparent texture visible across every single UDIM tile. The other thing you'll notice is that we have a selection border around this tile, which corresponds to the selection that's made in this menu here. And this selection determines the active UDIM, and that is the UDIM that you can paint on in the 2D view. So if I just switch my 3D viewport back into the texture paint mode, let's define a nice, bright and obvious color. I'm just going to zoom in on this area here, and let's just paint on the bonnet of the car. And you can see that the texture I'm painting is appearing as a layer above the 4K texture. I'm just going to hit the F key just to shrink my brush a little bit, and let's just paint across multiple UDIM tiles. And you can see that I can paint across multiple UDIM tiles and across multiple seams without any issue. I'm just going to change the color because the next thing I want to demonstrate is painting in the 2D window. So let's locate the bonnet, which is here. I'm going to select the relevant UDIM tile. Let's zoom in, and I'm just going to paint on the bonnet in the 2D view, and you'll see that that then appears in the 3D view. And don't forget that when you save your Blender file, it's not going to automatically save your images. You need to do that manually yourself. So let's head over to the image viewport, and you can see there's an asterisk here to say the image is not saved. So I'm going to save as, save it in this folder, and you can see the file name has this section here, which is going to define the UDIM tiles according to the industry-wide naming convention for UDIMs. So let's save it now. And if we take a quick look in File Explorer, you can see that we have our files here with the correct naming convention. And each one of these files is simply a transparent PNG containing the details that I've painted. So let's return to Blender, and that's shown you the setup for creating a new UDIM tile. But what about if you've already started painting on a UDIM model in a different package such as Substance Painter, and you want to import that into Blender? How do you go about doing that? Well, it's very simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it now. I'm just going to quickly revert back to a previous version of my project, and I'm going to select and reveal the version of the car that has the UDIMs. Let's just zoom in on the material editor. I'm going to select the 4K texture and add a mix node after it. Let's expand that, and just as before, I hit Shift A and search for image. Let's drop an image node here. Connect the color output to the B input and the alpha output to the factor input. I'll click on open, and I'm going to locate the first UDIM tile in the texture that we just painted, and you'll see everything gets applied automatically because Blender recognized the UDIM tiles from the naming convention and automatically imported all of the images and set the source to UDIM tiles. And so our texture is mapping perfectly. And that is everything you need to know to get started using UDIMs in Blender. I hope you found this video useful, and thank you very much for watching.